Hello dear friends, my name is Giovanni Fratti and I'm an attorney here in the city of Guatemala, and I want to make a video today praising and directed to President Trump and his foreign policy to Central America. President Trump, you have made a decision to cut USAID money and State Department money aid to Guatemala, Honduras, and El Salvador, which are the three countries that integrate the northern triangle of Central America. This decision, Mr. President, it's fundamental in order for Guatemala to free herself from its tormentors, which is basically far-left NGOs and NGOs that receive money from USAID, from Soros Foundation, from Oxfam Foundation, from the European Union, from Norway, and from Sweden. Most of the money, Mr. President, that you have given through the years, United States taxpayer money that come to Central America, have fundamentally gone to far-left NGOs that are in gender politics, that are in racial politics, and that are also in the LGBT far-left agenda, and that are also against the Guatemalan army and trying to condemn Guatemala in a false genocide case, and trying to destroy both Guatemalan army, Guatemalan institutions, and Guatemalan businessmen. Your instincts, President Trump, are very good in this decision. We think that it's one of the fundamental decisions of foreign policy, not just to suspend the aid to Central America of USAID, but to stop it completely. And what is the best meter, Mr. President, that your decision is correct? That all the far-left columnists in the city of Guatemala, members of the far-left guerrilla, that kidnapped or killed 120 businessmen and workers during the war and killed more than 4,500 Guatemalan army soldiers and specialists and civilian patrol men that helped the army to win the war. All of these leftists, all of these far-left Guatemalans, members of a terrorist assassin guerrilla movement backed by Castro and Cuba and the Soviet Union, all of them are saying that your decision is wrong. This, President Trump, means that your decision is spot on right. Please, Mr. President, what Guatemala needs, it's not aid, it's not existentialism. What Guatemala needs is training of its capacities to become a better trained, institutional, strong rule of law state. We need a professional class of investigators and of FBI trained Guatemalans that can produce scientific evidence to prosecute crime and to make criminal cases with evidence and not with crooks or criminals like the United Nations Commission CICIG has done for the last 11 years in Guatemala, completely destroying the rule of law and completely destroying the Guatemalan growth. The best way, Mr. President, for the United States not to receive migrants from Central America is that the Guatemalan economy grows exponentially. That have a broad growth in Guatemala, a strong capitalist free market growth based on strong institutions of law and order and not in US aid. Your decision, Mr. President, is spot on. You have the right instincts, and you should try to implement training programs between the US Army and the Guatemalan Army, between the US Department of Justice and the Guatemalan Attorney's Office, between the FBI and the Guatemalan investigators, both in the Attorney's Office and in the police, so that the Guatemalan institution and the Guatemalan justice personnel can have a first world training, and with that we can build our own rule of law. What we need, Mr. President Trump, is rule of law and not intervention by foreign powers. I think your decision, it's a very prudent and a very well thought decision. I think you're spot on, and you should close the USAID building in Guatemala and open an FBI training center so that the FBI can train both in Quantico, Virginia, well, they already have an academy for foreign agents, and in Central America, agents from Guatemala and all of Central America, so we can have a better rule of law. President Trump, you're right on. It's a good decision. Stop all US aid and stop all NGOs that are operating in Guatemala to promote an agenda for abortions and an agenda for far-left feminism, and it's the same agenda, Mr. President, that want to destroy you with a false Russia collusion narrative, the one that want to destroy President Morales' presidency here in Guatemala, which is an ally of the United States, and we as Guatemalans have joined the United States in moving our embassy to Jerusalem, which has been one of the most important foreign policy decisions of Guatemalan government in the last 20 years. President Trump, please maintain your policy to Central America. We salute this decision, and we ask you to please stop once and for all assistentialism and start a training program for army personnel in Guatemala, for justice personnel in Guatemala, for attorneys and prosecutors in Guatemala, and for police investigators with the Justice Department, with the US Army, and with the FBI. Thank you very much. My name is Giovanni Fratti, and you can follow me in @Fratti Giovanni in Twitter, or in Giovanni Fratti Journalist, my page in Facebook, or Giovanni Fratti Journalist, my page in YouTube. Thank you very much.